Hi class, I hope everyone is doing well and I can't wait to see you when we all come back. So today we're going to talk about equivalent fractions. So we already know that a fraction is composed of a numerator and a denominator. The numerator is found on the top and right here, and that means the part. So the part that's shaded, the part that might be unshaded, but it's a part of something. The denominator, which is found on the bottom, is the total number of pieces. So right here we have 2 pieces with one of them shaded. So this fraction would be 1/2 or 1/2. For example, we have 2 pieces with nothing shaded. So the numerator is 0/2, right? Same thing here. You have 2 pieces still, so the denominator is 2, and you have one part shaded, so that's 1/2. Last but not least, there are 2 pieces, and with 2 pieces shaded, so that is 2/2. What do you notice about the both shaded part? How much of that bar is shaded? It's the whole thing, right? So when your numerator and denominator equal each other, that means you have one whole. Let's see if the same is true if we look at a different set of fractions. So here we have 4 pieces, right? 4 total pieces with nothing shaded. So our fraction is 0/4. The next one, we have 1 piece shaded out of 4, so 1/4. 2 out of 4, 2/4. 3 out of 4, 3/4. And 4 out of 4, 4/4. But look, 4 out of 4, the whole thing is shaded, right? Absolutely, that makes sense because 4 pieces colored in out of 4 pieces means the whole thing is colored. Here is something called fraction bars. This shows you how fractions relate to one another. It goes from one whole all the way down to 1/12. Now I want you to notice something. As the denominator or the bottom number gets bigger, right? We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12. As they get bigger, the actual pieces of it get smaller. So I want you to think about it this way. If you're sharing a pizza and you cut it into 4 slices, those slices are going to be bigger than if you would cut it into 8 slices, right? So I want us to use these to help us figure out some equivalent fractions. Now, what are equivalent fractions, you might ask? Equivalent fractions are fractions that are equal but have different denominators. So I'm comparing 1/2 and our 1/4 again, right? So how many fourths does it take to line up with 1/2? Well, let's see. 1/4 is right here. It's 2/4. Boom, it's all lined up. The lines are equal. So 1/2 is equal or is equivalent to 2/4. Same thing if you took all of this. So if you said 2/2, right, which we said is one whole, would equal 4/4, which we also said is one whole. So we're saying one whole is equivalent to one whole. But you can use these fraction bars to help you solve and compare numbers. So let's go back and look here. If I said what is equivalent to 1, 2, 3/6, what you can do is you can go all the way, follow the 3/6 line, right? 1, 2, 3, and find what lines up. So, okay, so I know that 4/8 is equal to 3/6. I know that 5/10 is equal to 3/6. 6/12 is equivalent. it's also equivalent to 2/4 and 1/2. Just follow the line all the way up if you're trying to find equivalent fractions. Now, let's say we're trying to make equivalent fractions using multiplication or division, right? If we want to make our denominator bigger, right, we're going to use multiplication. So you're going to start with your original fraction, which is 1/2. Then you're going to multiply the numerator and the denominator. It has to be both. It has to be the top and the bottom by the same number. So 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Now, you found an equivalent fraction. So 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4. Remember, if you are multiplying, you have to multiply by the same number on top and bottom. Okay? Now, division. If you start with a larger fraction and you say, what's smaller, right? What if I want to make my denominator smaller? Okay? What you could do is you're going to divide the numerator and the denominator, so the top and the bottom, by the same number. You're going to say 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. That gives you 1/2. So you've also found an equivalent fraction that way. You said 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2, which we know is true. Guys, we are not going to be adding things to the top and the bottom number. We never ever add things to the top and the bottom number to find an equivalent fraction. When we're trying to find an equivalent fraction, we're only using multiplication or division. Okay? I hope this was useful. This was just a quick recap of what you've already been looking at on the Think Central videos and some of the previous lessons that we've already talked about. So I hope this helps. Make sure you can use your fraction bars. That's in the PowerPoint and in the video. And I will see you soon. Bye, guys.